Okay, so getting ready for rounds 2 and 3 in the draft today. Getting ready to see what the Cowboys are going to do. Rumor has it, as of kind of earlier today, it looks like we might be looking at moving up. Potentially, I guess Demarcus Lawrence is kind of the hot name that's being talked about. So not sure if that's going to come to fruition or not, or if we're going to move up, or what's going to go on there exactly. Not really sure I'm hip on giving up potentially a 3 to move up there, but I guess we'll see what happens. Well, that didn't take too long. Pretty much barely put the camera down, and Dallas has traded up with Washington to pick in the second round. So conventional wisdom would say Demarcus Lawrence here, just because that was the rumor all day long, but I guess we will find out in just a few minutes. All right, here comes the pick. Going to be announced by Dat Nguyen, one of my favorite players from our former eras. So let's see what we do.
With the 34th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Demarcus Lawrence, defensive end, Boise State.
Kind of what we thought.
Interesting pick. I thought he fit a little more that pure 3-4
So,
front, but he can play.
We'll see what happens now.
6'3", 250.
That's it's our last pick of the day at this point. So maybe we'll try and get back into the third, but that could be it for today. So that could make a long rest of the night for us Cowboy fans. But we need another pass rusher, so we'll see what happens. Okay, well, it was a pretty quick day for the Cowboys. We just did the trade up early in the second round and didn't do anything after that. So it was kind of a long day sitting here waiting to see if we end up doing anything, and we didn't do anything other than Demarcus Lawrence in the first. Thoughts on that? You know, it's a lot of controversy I've seen on the forums and everything about giving up a third because of who ended up being there in our second and third round picks, but I don't know. To me, it's rough to start going with the, well, what if, because look who was there, because, you know, who knows what really would have happened. And obviously, they don't have a crystal ball to say that they knew that Jernigan would be there in the second. They knew that, you know, Kareem Martin would be there in the third, or whoever. So I can't really fault them for that, especially if they're looking for a guy to play that right defensive end, who they felt Lawrence was about the only one legitimately left who could rush the passer, so I won't fault him too much for that. But it does hurt to not have that third round pick. Looking towards tomorrow for the last 4 rounds, obviously a ton of guys left on the board. Just a couple of names. You know, obviously you got some of the quarterbacks, McCarron, Aaron Murray. With the way the draft's gone and losing a third round pick and all this hoopla about not wanting to draft quarterbacks, I've always kind of had Aaron Murray as a guy in some mock simulations, but who knows if that would happen. Who else? You got a couple of receivers still left. Bruce Ellington, Martavis Bryant, and a couple others. A couple of corners are left. As far as defense goes, not a whole lot of giant names. Got some outside linebackers. Bradford from Arizona State. You got Telvin Smith, the linebacker from Florida State, which is kind of a big name. Other than that, you got a couple of defensive tackles, other linebackers, Jeff Coat, the defensive end. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's going to kind of be another one where we're kind of dependent, I think, on some of our late round splashes to be able to get some good value down there in the late rounds. And we'll kind of see what happens there. I expect we're probably going to be defensively heavy tomorrow. Maybe try and get a third receiver in there. And who knows? And then obviously we've got undrafted free agents after that. But as always, the Cowboys are not, they don't fail to not keep us entertained. So looking forward to the end of the draft tomorrow. So here we go, on to day number 3.